When Bill Gates attended Shuttlesview Ridge Elementary, he was a typical nerdy fourth-grade introvert who always did his best to keep to himself. Thanks to a kind teacher and librarian named Blanche Capier, he was able to come into his own in a way that would one day change the world forever. According to Bill Gates, when I first met Mrs. Capier, she was the elegant and engaging school librarian at Shuttlesview Ridge Elementary, and I was a timid fourth grader. I was desperately trying to go unnoticed because I had some big deficits, like atrocious handwriting, and I was trying to hide the fact that I liked to read, something that was cool for girls but not for boys. Mrs. Capier took me under her wing and helped me make it okay for me to be a messy, nerdy boy who was reading lots of books. He credits Mrs. Capier for helping him escape his shell in the true spirit of exceptional teaching. First, she encouraged Gates' passion for reading by helping him explore it through the use of introspective questions, such as what he liked to read and why. Next, she'd go out of her way to source books that were progressively more interesting and challenging for him. Finally, once he'd read them, she would sit down with him and ask him if he liked what he had read, and more importantly, what he'd learned and why. She genuinely listened to what I had to say, according to Bill Gates. I started this webinar by sharing a story, the story of Bill Gates' teacher. No doubt, Mrs. Capier was a great teacher and was honored because of her accomplishments after many years. No doubt also that all of you who attended this session are great teachers. We do not have to wait for our district or town or our former students to recognize us. Over time, we have made some achievements, created fantastic instructional resources. Some we have forgotten. But these are important artifacts that tell what kind of teachers we have been. The lecturer, the education manager, the trainer or the coach, or the instructor. So now I introduce the teaching portfolio. A teaching portfolio is a collection of artifacts or evidences related to the teaching profession produced over time. It could be lesson plans, lecture notes, instructional resources, slide presentations, research papers, awards, galleries of achievement memorabilia, and many others. It may also include multimedia materials that you have created, collected, consolidated, and arranged for classroom or online use. So I want to encourage you to create your own teaching portfolio. ¿Por qué? Putting together all the effective evidences of your teaching over the years allows you to realize how much you have grown as a teacher, a manager, a mentor, or even a coach. It also exhibits the expertise you have developed, and it provides something for your students to emulate: the hard work, the perseverance, the dedication, and the achievements. Another upside is that you can use this as a reference when applying for another role or seeking a promotion. In this digital age, the artifacts we produce as teachers are not simple materials. It could be a workshop or syllabus design. It could be lecture materials in presentation format. It could be video or other multimedia resources. So putting the teaching resources you have created online allows you and your students to conveniently access these materials. With a link to your teaching assets, you can preserve and reuse them whenever and wherever you need them. It also creates a very good trail of digital footprints of your teaching profession. It is recommended that you create a mind map of your teaching assets. Here is an example. It can have your syllabi, selected or collected instructional resources, talks or presentations, teaching evaluations, research interests, and gallery of photos, awards, and the like. Some teaching portfolio would also highlight the quality results of their teaching, such as the outputs produced by the students. How to put your portfolio online? I think this is the part you are waiting for. How do we put our teaching assets online? What tools can we use? There are many available social tools and technologies to assist you. You should decide what suits you best. I will share with you 3 easy-to-use practical solutions. First is Slideshare.net. It is a location for all kinds of presentations, formal or informal, in PowerPoint or PDF format. Next is academia.edu, another cloud-based answer for your research papers in progress, in draft or even published works. You also have the chance to meet other researchers in this site. The third solution is Google Site. It is a free solution that allows you to create your own professional website, put all your teaching assets, and share the link of your site in your email signature or other social platforms. It helps other people to understand your interests and the role that you do. So now I will demonstrate how to start with these platforms. At this point, I will introduce Slideshare. Slideshare.net is actually a site that will hold your portfolio presentations. So, in your browser, you type Slideshare and click on Slideshare. Slideshare is a shared website now of LinkedIn. LinkedIn is another social platform, and to be able to upload your presentations, you need to sign up. So when we sign up, it's either you join using your LinkedIn account or using your Facebook account. In this example, I will just sign in because I have already the existing account. But if you don't have, it's very easy to create your own account. So I will log in now. And after we log in, very easy, we can already upload our own presentation. So here I'm going to show you, I'm going to upload my old presentation last year. So trying to find it now. Here. This is a presentation that I have created for the parents of our students. So while it's uploading, we could put a description, the target audience. Here are the parents of the students learning English as a foreign language. So I will choose the category. I will choose education. I could put the tags as English language learning. I could also put SEAMEO RETRAC, and then of course seminar for the parents. Okay. So as I increase the number of tags, if you see, the score for being discovered becomes higher. I could also add more, but at this point I think this is okay, and then just click publish. So automatically we now have uploaded our recent Slideshare. It will have the date when it was published. I could share it in Facebook, in LinkedIn, or in Twitter. And it will also show all the annotations as well as the titles or labels of each of the slides of that material.
So it is as simple as that. So if we have Slideshare here and look for my account, we click here. Mobile Marta is actually my online name. You will see here now my profile having 34 slide shares or 34 presentations uploaded, and they are arranged according to the dates. And this is the last slide that we have uploaded, and you can view it here. So that's how you use Slideshare. So while some teachers are very focused on their lecture notes and presentations, some lecturers will be more keen on their research publications because it's a very strong requirement right now for promotion. And it's also a good way to have all your publications, all your research papers in a safe location. And one of them is academia.edu. There are 3 leading social platforms to support research papers. One of them is ResearchGate.net, Mendeley, and the third one is academia.edu. So at this point, I will show you how to use academia. In this example, you could see that you could sign up using your Facebook account or your Google account. In my situation, I have already an existing account, so I will just log in. But signing up is not a problem. It's very easy actually. So I will use now my email account, enter my password, and then log in. Once we have logged in, we can now upload our paper. Okay. So here we could also see, okay, some of the people or researchers that I follow. So there's Marcus Busey, Francisco Magno, Ralph Regalado. These are some of the people that I follow. So here I would click upload, and then I will choose the file or drag and drop the file that I need to upload. So I will be uploading a recent paper that I have submitted. It's not yet published. Here, okay. I have submitted this last April. Okay. So once I have uploaded the file, I click continue here, and there's now a question whether it's already a published work or unpublished draft paper for others. Okay, so automatically it was able to capture the paper title, and then some of the keywords that I have. The abstract was also included here, and it will also ask for some authors. Okay, and then research interest, I could include here the keyword training model. Okay. And then section, I could choose papers, or if it is a teaching document, a talk, or a book review, conference presentation. At the moment, I'll just leave it as paper. I have submitted this in the SEAMEO RETRAC call for papers, and they are still reviewing the paper, so it's in progress right now, under review. So I will just click save and finish. So it now prompts me to find out who reads and cites my paper. Of course, if you want to know about that, then you could go to the upgrade version, but at the moment we'll just click no thank you. Okay, and then I could also announce it in Twitter if I want to announce that I have a new paper. Let's click finish for now and see what will happen. So if you notice my profile at the moment, okay, my papers have 641 total view. Okay, I have 23 followers and I'm following 14 people. All in all, I have 11 papers and 2 conference presentations for academia.edu. So the list of my papers are arranged according to how I have uploaded them. So if you notice here, okay, the title is here now. If you click here, so the document is still being converted, but what will happen is that you will see the abstract here. Okay. Let's see another example so that we'll have an idea how it will look like. So for example, here, my paper on personal learning networks, if we click here, so right away you're able to see the abstract, the paper, and then of course if you want to read online, you can read online, or you can also download the paper. Of course, you could put some restrictions if you want to control how your paper, how your paper will be used. Okay. In my experience, actually, it is very helpful to put my papers here. I get to receive a few emails, especially from some colleagues from the Philippines, asking if they could cite my paper, and of course it's an honor for me if they cite my paper. Okay, so this is how we use academia.edu. Okay, and if you decide to have your own personal website, then you can also do that. Okay, so at this point I log out. Okay, in this segment I will introduce to you how to use Google Sites to create your own teaching portfolio. So we start with sites.google.com, and it will ask you to log in using your Gmail account. So I will now log in using my Gmail account. Sites.google.com will offer 2 kinds of sites or website that you can create for your own portfolio. There is create in classic sites or create in new sites. So we will try the new templates of Google site. This program or this website is very easy to use. What is important is that you plan and you list what are the things that you want to have in your own personal website. So here, for example, for the title, I will put my name, Maria Pineda. Okay. We have the option to look at the themes, and we can choose different choices here. You can see different choices, and I will choose Aristotle. So you can also change the bar color here. I think I like the gold one. Okay. You can also first label your site or your page. I will put the same label, Maria Pineda, okay, or Maria Pineda Home Hub. Okay, will be a nice way to put it. Okay, I want to use small caps for my page, and then here on the right, apart from the theme, you have the pages, or you can add the pages for your site, and then you also have insert command that will allow you to insert text box, images, include a link to another site or external site, and then upload other files. So let's say I put first, okay, some information about myself. So I put a text box. Okay, so I want to give a description about myself. A technologist, a teacher, and a trainer, a DIY learner, wanderlust. Okay, and here I could choose this to be, okay, a title or a heading, and then make it centered. Okay, I can add another text box and then put there my current affiliation, SEAMEO RETRAC Vietnam. Okay, email address. Okay, Maria Pineda .saigon @gmail.com, and then I'll just make this centered as well, same as this one. Okay, here on top we have the preview, so every now and then you can click this I button, so you'll have an idea of how your page would look like, and then close it again, and then we can add some of the pages that we need. So for example, here when we go to pages, okay, you will see the plus button at the bottom to add a new page or to add a link. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add some pages. The first page will be about my presentations, because I like creating presentations in the past. What are the other things that could beef up our portfolio? If you have researches, then you can add them here. Okay. And then I will also include my blog, which is part of my teaching. And then if you want to have a gallery of your pages, of your pictures, your awards, and the time that you spent with your students, then you can put them there. Okay, so if you notice now, my page will be Maria Pineda Hub, and then I have several pages here: the home page, and then presentations, researches, blog, and then gallery. Okay, so for example, for presentations, I can put the presentation that I have in the past, or I can simply put a link to my Slideshare. So what I did earlier is to open already my Slideshare page. Okay, so here is my Slideshare page. I will just copy the link go to my web page, add my link here. So it will show the link with a preview of my page, and then click insert. Okay. So this is now how the page would look like. Okay. You can also put colors on the background if you want. There are many things that you can do here, but it's like a simple text editor. It's just that it will include a lot of links and images. Then the next step, okay, is to go to our page. This time we go to our research page. So when I go to my research page, similarly, I will insert the link to my research page. So for example here, okay, this is my research page from academia.edu, and I go to my own page. I paste the link. Now there's a message here, cannot embed due to provider site permissions. This means that academia.edu doesn't want the whole link or the whole page be placed here, so we can just include the link. So I will just include the link here, the URL. Will it work? Yes. So when you click here, it will open in a new tab. So you know already that your URL link or your web link inside your own website is working. Okay. So this is how simple it will look like. But it's all right. What is important is that the link is working. Then we go to our blog, or to my blog page. Okay. And then here, similarly, I will include the link to my blog page. I have my own blog here. Okay. So I will add it here. So if you notice, you can show the whole page, or you can show only a preview of the page. Okay. So the behavior of the different websites to hold your portfolio will have different behavior. Some of them will be open to work well with the Google site or Google application. And now if you notice here, okay, I can choose the whole page and then insert it in my web page. Okay. So at this point, the basic elements of my Maria Pineda hub or portfolio will be complete. Okay. So I have the description about myself. If you want to add a picture, then you can also do that. I have my current affiliation, my email address. I have the link to my presentations. I have the link to my researches. I also have the link to my blog. And then for the gallery, if you want to add a picture, you can also do that. So for example here, I will look for some of my old pictures. Go to images. Okay. And here, I will use the snipping tool to capture a picture about myself. Okay. I will save this snip. Okay. MVP or Maria. Okay. Save. And then here. So to continue, the last part that we have not finished is the gallery page. What we're going to do now is to upload a picture. Okay. So this is captured also from the internet, some of my online pictures. So from here, I think we are finished. So if you go to the main page, this is what we will see. If you look at the preview, okay, go to presentations, go to researches, go to the blog, and then we also have the gallery. So very easy. Now I have my own online portfolio. So what I'm going to do now is to publish it online. Click publish. Okay. So the web address now will be Maria Pineda Ham. Or if I want to change it to portfolio, I can also do that. Now there's an option. You can have anybody look at your website. Okay. So anyone can find and view. That's one. Okay. Here, draft specific people only can edit. Okay. And then click done. And then we can also have request public search engines not to display my site. You can actually do that. You can click here and then click publish. Okay. Finish. That's as easy, how easy it is to make your own Google site.
In conclusion, there are 5 top benefits of having a teaching portfolio. Number 5, with an online teaching portfolio, you get to store, preserve, reuse your outputs or use them as references. Number 4, you get to be appreciated by other people, trainers, teachers, researchers, or anybody interested on the forte or expertise that you have. Number 3, you get to see and follow others who are doing a related topic as yours, or may have done advanced work and interesting ideas. Number 2, you get to share your portfolio. And number 1, you create a very good trail of professional digital footprints. Anybody who will search for you will not find your adventurous photos, but will find your accomplishments. Thank you for watching and listening.